Since it's Youngstown reunion week, what does it mean to you to see all those people here?
It started out that maybe 20 of my friends were coming. Now it's 40, now it's up to 60. That's just how we are in Youngstown, last minute. So between all three of us, we probably have about 200, 300 people coming. So it's going to be good. A lot of tradition comes from there. We got a lot of respect for that program. I watched it grow up. People don't know I played college basketball there too, so it's a little insight that I'm always pulling from, but not this weekend.
You felt pretty good about getting you tight end involved in first quarter.
Yeah, we that was the game plan. We actually, you got to give Rich a lot of credit. That game plan was put in probably about a month ago, and we knew that we was going to be in 13 personnel a lot, 12, a lot of explosive plays with the tight ends. We actually missed 3. You probably seen the one when Bates fell down, ran into the rough, and then there was another one we were open on. But I'm not surprised because we got good tight ends in that room, and it's expected of them. They got to block, and to earn the passes, you got to be able to block. So I was very proud of them. They all graded, the top 3 graded in the 90s, so which was good. So I was very proud of them.
We heard you talk about Mark getting that 61st win as being an all-time leading coach. What does it just mean to you to be here for that and the journey y'all been on together?
Oh man, it was hard, man. When you first came here in 2013, and losing to Western Kentucky, and just like, wow, we got to really go to work, and we got to really recruit, and we got to really change this roster over. And watching him go through the early pains of losing games and then starting to win, and knowing him since I was 10 years old, and knowing his parents, God rest his dad, he was my high school coach, but his mom, I wish his mom was there. She watched though. Of course, she wanted the tight ends to get the ball too. So, but it means a lot to me, man, because Mark, y'all know Mark. I've been dealing with him now for 10 years. He don't take a lot of credit. There's a lot of other coaches take credit, and I told him, he's like, man, I don't even want my name in the same breath as Bear Bryant. But I say, listen, when we took over, it took a Bear Bryant to probably do that. So I'm very happy for him. He's a great coach, great friend, and I'm just very, very happy for him. I really am.
Why do you think so many good coaches come from Youngstown? Why does that city produce?
I think it's the culture where we come from. You see, like when I took a couple of friends back and we went back for reunions, they say, man, like guys that graduated in the 60s and 70s and 80s, we just all close. And it don't matter what color you are. Our parents work very hard, and that's why we are very similar to people in Kentucky. And I relate to a lot of people in Eastern Kentucky because it's hard work. And our parents, like me and Mark, we didn't grow up with a lot, but we never knew. We probably, if we were poor, we didn't know that. And I think just the strain and guys doing their work and going the extra mile, really produce good coaches from out of there. They just love football, but they people person. You got to be a people person to be successful in football or basketball or baseball. You got to have relationships. And I think, I worked for Bo Pelini. We were very successful at Nebraska. Working for Mark, and then people who work for Bob, his brother, everybody I talked to has always been the same. They want you to go to your kids' games. They just treat you, it ain't doggy dog. They treat you like a man, and that's what I love about him and all his brothers and his family.
When you talk about that work and that approach, how much of that do you think goes into the way Mark's done this? How much of that Youngstown approach goes into the way?
100. I don't think if you went from Youngstown, and I'm serious, because as I got to know people from Kentucky, learning Eastern Kentucky, I see like people that I meet now, they say they're from Eastern Kentucky, and a lot of people are very successful. When I look at Eastern Kentucky, there's hard times there too, but I think it's totally where we grew up at. We don't back down from nobody. We respect everybody, but you're gonna have tough people coming out of there. And you gotta understand who his dad was. His dad was our high school coach. There were 6 kids, maybe 7 kids. Mom stayed home. They had a 3-bedroom home, and the dad worked 24/7, then coached. I mean, it was just, that's who I really admired. I wish people got to know his father. His father's, the reason why them boys are who they are is because of their dad. He was a very no-nonsense guy, but he did, he cared about people. And I like to tell the story like me coming from the inner city, coming to Cardinal Mooney, being African-American. I just lost my dad, and he replaced that void with me at school. So I just think that if you guys got to know his dad, you guys would know. You wouldn't be shocked who everybody else turned out to be, the girls and the boys.